Ever wonder what sets the winners apart from the losers? And what does it really take to be a winner? My name is Federico, and I'm a young, successful entrepreneur passionate about sports, real estate, mindset, and business. If you are just like me, then the Winning Ways podcast is meant for you. Yo, welcome back to Winning Ways with Fred. Impossible is Nothing, Part 7 with my boy Austin. What up, Doc?
What up, man? How you doing today?
Dude, I'm great. Another day, another episode. I'm pumped for it. Guys, we've been forgetting a lot to mention this part, but please, the most important part is sharing the show. We don't run ads on this. We're not going to run ads on it. Even when we blow up, there will be zero ads. Why don't we like ads? Because they're annoying as fuck. I don't like being interrupted every 10 minutes to share an ad or hearing an ad about something. For that, I'll post it on my social media, but I like to just listen to things clearly without any interruptions. And so that's how we will run this show. So please share it. Please share the message. Please share the link that we've been messaging and hammering on you guys for the GoFundMe we're creating, and help out, which is today's topic, helping out, right? And we're probably gonna talk about the GoFundMe in the beginning every show for the next couple of weeks till we hit our goal. Please help us out with that. It's been great seeing how many people have donated, how many people have shared. And just like the momentum we're building, we're almost at $4,000 in less than 15 days, which it's big. It's big. Like I mentioned yesterday in my story, I thought we were going to get to it a little faster, but you know what? I'm still happy where we're at, and I know we're going to reach our goal. So help us out with that. Help people out with it. And if you want to give us a hand the day of, you're more than welcome to. Just shoot me a message or shoot Austin a message, and we'll get it going. Bro, but yeah, man, I feel really good with how we're at. We've been sharing the message out, and people have been sharing the word out, and I think it's gonna get to 15, if not more.
Honestly, the way it's been going, it's just going higher, and the more people that share it, the more people that get the eyeballs on it that can get it to more people, the number will just increase. And like I said, we say every time, the higher the number, the better it is because the more people we can affect.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's like you got to look at it into the perspective into why we're doing this, right? The story of what really motivated me, and then I told Austin about it, which him motivated too, was the story of the taxi driver that was driving for 18 hours in Colombia and had to drive another 18 hours because his battery was completely fried. He had just turned it on, and if he stopped driving his car, he didn't have money to feed his family or pay for his bills. Think about that. That battery was $60. This guy lives paycheck to paycheck, and just me simply giving him $100 to buy his battery and basically feed his family for a whole week made his day and probably his week. And just seeing that little reaction from these people go a long way. And honestly, if you were to participate the day that we do this, you'd feel that feeling and you'd want to collaborate more with us. So I'm really excited for that, man. I think sharing these types of stories will go a long way, man, and it could relate with people a bit more, you know?
It's one of those things that you don't know it until you do it. Like everyone loves the idea of giving back and everything, but when you're in the guts and glory of it all and just dealing with people that you wouldn't want to normally talk to everything, but you just go out in the extra limb that people are like, okay, like you actually care, you actually show initiative and everything. You find out they're just normal people. Like everyone's the same type of person. People have rough chapters in their life and need that one little motivation from two young adults, and we're just saying, hey, we're here for you, we're with you, let's just keep it going.
Yeah, man, and growing it, right? Also, if I'm a very serious dude most of the time, but you want to catch me crying, that's probably good. That's gonna be the day. Like that's where my heart melts. I can't control it, and I've done not to this extent of raising money, but I've given back. I've little here and there, food, money to homeless people, and those reactions are just great, man. And that's Denzel Washington says that giving is the most selfish thing because of how good it feels. And most of us need to tap into that a bit more rather than living in our own world and thinking that it's all about us, right? And helping out, man. I'm very grateful for the friends, families that you and I both have, man, because we've grown this to $4,000 in 12 days. So thank you to my friends for helping. That it goes a long way when everybody's
Thank you.
helping. Yeah, it goes a long way when everybody's helping. I know I've been helped in my life plenty. When I first got to this country, I didn't speak a lick of English. They called me a ref. They called me a Mexican. They called me a Cuban growing up my whole fucking life. And there were certain people that kind of made me open my eyes to like, hey, man, like it's okay to be a ref. It's okay to not be born here. It's okay to not speak the language correctly when you're starting off, to have an accent. And if it wasn't for those people's helps, I wouldn't say I'd be in the dumps, but I'd probably be in a different place in life. So just help out, help
It's
out.
all it's that mindset, man. Exactly like you said. Like you came here, you didn't know anything. You were trying to figure out the culture. Instead of people helping you, people were pretty much putting you down. And you could be like dealt that every single day. So what did you do? You took the initiative and still practice every day. You didn't listen to anything that they said to you because you know what you wanted in this country. You knew you wanted to come here and live the perfect life. And it doesn't matter if these people are saying like, hey, like what's wrong with your English? It's hey, I'm trying. Like I'm putting my initiative. What are you doing?
Yeah,
And it's the same kind of thing that is relatable to everyone. Everyone just needs to help others. Where I'm at today, I want to be anywhere where I'd be without the help of other people in my everyday life. I can't tie my shoes, and I love shoes. My shoe collection is crazier than more people that can walk, and I don't even walk. So it's a little nutty, but I have to have them help me put on my shoes. I have to have them help me reach stuff in cabinets. It's just an everyday things that you would think is normal easy task is difficult, but I am so grateful that I'm around people that have no problem helping me, have no problem being like, yeah, let me do that. We'll sacrifice an extra couple minutes in the morning to help me out before they go do something, and we'll drop anything in quick second to come help me if I'm in need. And it just shows to me that within these past 12 years of being in the wheelchair that that's what life's all about, helping others, doing things for other people. Because what I find the most satisfaction and gratifying thing in the world is helping others, because so many people help me in my life that when other people have the opportunity to get their hands dirty, whether it's volunteering at a homeless shelter or dog shelter or even just donating money, everyone could do it in their own ways. But when you get your hands in the action of actually, instead of donating the money but passing out the food, instead of just doing like sharing the post but actually going to the event, and you see what the dollar, from the idea of like the single dollar to what the dollar is used for, and then seeing how far that money can go, is like a drug. You feel addicted to it because you just don't want to stop.
yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. And like just to piggyback back off that, it's like that's how you grow too as a person. If you have a business, anything, right? You help out, you provide value, and it comes back tenfold. But you can't expect to receive something back when you give something, right? And just what you're saying right there, man. Like you've been helped your whole life, but I guarantee you, any little opportunity you could help back the people that have helped you, you're there for them 100% of the time,
But that, easily,
right?
because without them I wouldn't be the man I am today.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's one of those things. Helping, looking out for people, looking out for people other than yourself. Like we're all in this world, especially because of social media. I feel like I'm not knocking on it, but we're all just very self-centered now, just worrying about what we see only. And man, it's good sometimes to like take a break, look out, go see what you can do, just like we're doing right now, man. It came out of nowhere. I was like, yo, Austin, like this happened. I told him the story. I want to do this GoFundMe. I want to help people. He was in. My other buddy Salim was in, and now we're doing it. It didn't take this whole process, plan,
No
money,
LLC, no
none of
like
that shit.
any
It
of
just
that thing.
no. It took two dudes that were willing to do it. They were willing to post their face, post it on social media, and look where we're at now, man. We're 40% of the way there in 12 days. That's pretty remarkable.
It's crazy because when you just what you just said kind of made me just remember something earlier this week. We both love sports. I was on Twitter this week and I saw something that kind of really resonated to me. And this would be impossible for either you and I, but the 60-year-old was sitting on the couch, right?
Yeah.
Was watching a football game, the Giants game. The next morning at 5 a.m., he went to bed, paused it, woke up the next morning, watched the rest of the game at 5 a.m. You couldn't do that if you and I, because and he had no idea what was going to happen. He had no idea anything. We're so consumed by so much social media that like we could get the results in seconds, even if we don't want to see it. It'll be in front of our screens if we're looking at our phones. This guy had all the peace of mind of like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed, and I'll wake up in the morning, I'll check the game, and it'll still be there. Like that was like one of the coolest things I've seen in a minute. I'm like, that's gangster. That's old school gangster that like is dying out because of the access of phones, the access of everything. And I saw that picture and I was like, the picture speaks 1,000 words, because that's like unbelievable nowadays.
Bro, it's so minuscule too, right? It's such a small little thing that it's like you probably it's normal, right? You think it's normal, but it's fucking not. And I'll be straightforward, man. I'm a victim to that. I'm guilty to that. Sorry, I'm super fucking guilty to that. Like the Heat last night, I'm stuck to that. Even if I'm tired, I'm getting up and I'm finishing that game. And it's little things that you got to practice. Little things, for example, that one of the things I'm implementing this new year, and I'm trying to implement it now, is to have like a system to go to bed, right? So like a process, not a system, a process. And yeah, I learned this from fucking entrepreneurs like Tony Robbins, Ed Milet and stuff. That's I copy them. It's not like I'm making this shit up, but like in a way, just like put your phone down at a certain time, like at 7, 8 p.m. Put your phone down. Spend some time with your loved ones. And at the end of the night, instead of watching a game or instead of watching like some like right now, I'm watching Stranger Things, hell of a show. But the now instead of watching that show to go to sleep with monsters and shit, you wake up the next day all like, nah, I can't. So I'm trying to switch it and watch some sort of documentary, something informational or motivational that can help me out the next day and set my day up better, right? But yeah, man, nowadays it's so hard, and especially like imagine you and I feel it, our generation. Think about the younger generations, man. I have a sister that's 15 years old and she's on her phone 8 hours a day, probably minimum.
That's crazy. Like I always say this, like our generation was the only generation that saw technology fully through. Like we got like when we were kids, like young kids, we couldn't be on the phone and the internet at the same time, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And now like or like a little USB card was like a half a gigabyte, and now it's like 500 gigabytes on this little thing. It's just crazy how much technology has changed. But it's you said it perfectly. Like the generation after us, that's all they know.
yeah. I'm
They
grateful.
don't know that you weren't able to pause something, could walk away and not see it for 12 hours and pick up right where you were, and not have that instant gratification of second the game ends, you get the notification, you go on Twitter, you see everyone talking about it, you're like, damn it, I missed the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a. Have you watched the Social Dilemma on Netflix?
Great
Oh,
documentary.
yeah. I mean, if you guys haven't, that just shows you everything, and it's not political, it's not divisive, it's informational. It's data's the most important thing in the world. The biggest, I think, what was it, currency or I forgot what it was, currency, let's say, right? They're collecting your data, and the phone, if you like something, for example, if you like sports, soccer, basketball, it shows you that more and more and more every single time, so you can stay on the phone. And imagine how bad that is, that you only see what you think, what you believe in, and you can't like open your eyes to another view. Which it goes, I mean, it's the dopamine. Like you see what you like, they like your picture, somebody posted something that you like, and it's like you automatically see it, you're stuck to that. And I feel like it's a bad cycle, man, that we're
It's a bad cycle, and you just go down a rabbit hole. People could be sitting glued to their phone for like 3 or 4 hours, and like
I'm
what?
guilty of that shit too.
Likewise, I went to the movies yesterday, and it was like one of the first times where I was like sitting there and I was getting notifications and stuff in my pocket, feeling it. Didn't check or anything, and I was like, this feels good.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is like just one of those weird anomalies that you're just sitting there, you're just like, all right, like disconnect once in a while.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like that's I try to do that daily, go on a walk without my phone. And it's funny because when you do it at first, you're kind of it's crazy, man. It's like you're an addict. You're like, fuck, like who's texting me? Like, oh shit, like who's calling me? Something, like I'm missing something, whatever. You go outside for 10, 15 minutes, you come back and you feel so refreshed. You're like, shit, man. Like it's crazy how much I wouldn't say stress, but yeah, in a way stress, man. Like this creates on you. If you're
It's
looking at
just
Twitter, if you're looking at Facebook, if you're looking at Instagram, everything is so negative now too that it's like you're stuck to it. Negative news sells. So it's like, man, it's something that we got to help each other out, all of us. Start, putting positive messages and things like this out.
you just can't get stuck in your own ways. You gotta have an open mind about things too. Like you can't be this is what I think, this is how I think. Like everyone has their own firm beliefs, everyone has everything, and that's rightfully so. But like, listen, like just have an open mind to some things, and don't think you can't do anything
Yeah.
because someone tells you you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I always say, impossible is nothing in this world. Look at us, literally from Colombia, from Connecticut didn't know each other. We're just two different individuals down the path. But guess what? We had the same goal in mind of helping other people, helping others, spreading the message of, it's possible. It's nothing. Like, we could do anything our minds accomplish. And there's not that much that this, like, we could give value if you guys just don't listen. That's like we could say all we want, we could say everything, but at the end of the day, words don't mean anything without action.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny too because it's like you're from Connecticut, I'm from Columbia. Went to Florida State together. Like barely knew each other, not really knew each other at all. And then like 4 years later, here we are. four
This
years
is
after
like
we graduated, like, oh shit, yo, we went to college together. Oh shit, we have a similar message. All right, let's fucking do this shit.
and was picked up like we've known each other our whole entire life.
Yeah,
Like
man.
it's wild.
It's fucking dope, honestly. It's like I always like meeting people like that when it's like you click right away. It's like you kind of like the similar shit, you do similar stuff, you think similarly, and it's dope, man. It's dope. And look what we're doing now, man. This GoFundMe, it's just a step one, right? This podcast is step one. As we go, as time goes, I'm sure it'll evolve to bigger and better things and find ways to really create a bigger impact, right? With little things that we're mentioning right now, little things, little problems that we're seeing. Hopefully, down the line, we could have a solution or find a solution for it.
It's one of those things that we might not have the solution today, we might not have the solution in a month, a week, a year, etc. But we're working,
Yeah,
and that's all that matters. Is it's the rest of the end, not the middle. And like Kobe said perfectly, that if you just put your mind towards something, the journey getting to the end of the goal, that's what is the guts and glory of success of the
yeah,
journey. And people think, and I'm a firm like, so I'm certain that I fall into this trap is, all right, like pity me, I couldn't do this, all this stuff, and you try to make like sob stories for yourself. One day after another, if you just keep doing that, it's gonna compile on you, and you just have to look yourself in the mirror and be like, what do I need to do? What do I want to do? How do I make an impact? And it doesn't matter if you've been in a rut for a week, a month, a year, a couple years. Just one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Just try to do little steps every single day to make your day better.
yeah, yeah, and be conscious about it. Be self-aware about it. It's as little as nobody talks about this enough, man. But your thoughts, how you think every day, how you think every day. Like think about it. Your thoughts go into words. Your words become action. Action habits. Habits. Your fucking life. So it's if you're thinking, and this is why it goes so heavily into surrounding yourself with the right people and the people that are growing and trying to grow with you, right? Because if not, bless you. If not, then you're gonna be screwed, man. Like I see it right now, especially with my group of friends. Really good group of friends from here in Miami, man, and it's like you start seeing who they're surrounding themselves with and like what they do, not knocking them, but they don't have the growth mindset. They have the victim mindset. They have the fixed mindset that everything's fucked, that making money is bad because you get greedy. Dude, what's the fucking alternative? Like it's just like little things that you get stuck in your head. You get stuck like in this victim mindset. Everything's happening to me, not for me. And that goes all into play into what we're talking about right now, right? For you to be able to help people, let's say you could help anybody any day, right? But to actually like impact somebody, you got to help yourself first. You got to learn how to create the right habits, do all these things that are I've mentioned a million times in this show already, and continue growing. I think that's like my big not why, but my big reason to do this, man, is to like show people my age, my friends specifically, and continue growing that personal excellence is the way. It's a way to rebel against the system. It's a way to get out of the fucking matrix, this whole bullshit that's happening. That's how you do it. Personal excellence, growing, continuing to expand, doing things like him and I are doing, creating GoFundMe. And I knock on this every fucking time, but it's just a big thing of mine. I think people should become more excellent in their lives.
I mean, bro, you're your biggest supporter and you're your biggest derailment. It's all up and it's your biggest mindset. Your mindset is your biggest either friend or devil or angel, pretty much. That's how I look at it. You got either one on your shoulder, and you can go down either path. And you just got to figure out which one's the best.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bro.
obviously, you want to be successful. You want to do the proper things, but you want to feel the victim mindset. That's not going to get you that far in life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man. I keep saying it, we keep saying it. But I think little by little, as society grows, social media too, there's just good apples, man, that are trying to infiltrate and trying to create a positive impact. And I'm seeing it more and more and more and more. And I think that's good. I think that's good. I think one thing about that though is whatever you are saying to do, you do it too. Don't just bullshit people, man, because people see that through real fast. Like you know who's for real and who's not, who's bullshitting, who's not, who's about it, who's not. And I think that goes a long way with this whole social media shit, whatever, bro.
That's
Again,
a no, but it's a great point. You said like people could. It's crazy how like people have such a two-faced life of like their life on Instagram, or like social media. They try to make it seem like they have the perfect world, and then like when they go to do cool things, they're just sitting on the corner on their phone. Like, enjoy the moment. Don't worry about your next story, your next or anything. Like, just live life,
yeah,
and you never know when it's gonna be over. And just everyone has an expiration date. Use every minute to its fullest.
yeah, yeah. No, and it's like that. It made me think about that Drake song, Chicago Freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, that phrase where he talks about just how like everybody's trying to impress somebody in social media. Dude, at the end of the day, social media is key. It's gonna be the next big thing. It is a big thing, but bro, it's not real life. Like your real life is what you do on a day to day, your thoughts, your relationships, and how you contribute and grow, right? I think that's more important than social media. But you got to utilize social media to your advantage too. I mean, there's plenty of good people to follow, man. If you just don't get stuck following the wrong things, the wrong pages, stop fucking listening and following the news. What good does that bring? Like really, like stay informed, but I'm not saying like
Stay self-educated.
yeah, yeah, man, yeah. That's how it goes, bro. Well, man, I wanted to say thank you to you, bro, because as much as we're doing this together, you're helping me out too, big time. And then that
Hey,
was the topic of the show, helping, man. So I wanted to say thank you, and let's continue this.
thank you, bro. Because without you, this wouldn't be a possibility. You contacted me, you got me involved with this, and this is something I've been wanting to do. And we both have the same like mindset. We both are active people with the massive dreams that we know that we were a good fit. And so I appreciate you taking me under your wing, helping me out, getting me with this podcast I've been launching. Let me tell you something. Sky's the limit with us, bro.
Yeah, dog. I mean, you could just feel it, bro. I mean, we're just getting started, dog. I feel it. I see it. I saw the vision, bro. I mean, once we had that first conversation, I was like, oh shit, this is dope, you know? Because it's like
Yeah,
you gotta like you said, man, you gotta connect. It's like if there's a connection, if you like right away talk like the first time we first talked, we're like talk like we were fucking boys, you know? It wasn't like this little
exactly. There
awkward
was there
shit.
was no like awkward like, hey man, how you doing
Yeah,
kind of thing. It
yeah.
was like picked up right where we left off.
Yeah, bro. And we like similar stuff. And yeah, man, we want to create a big impact. Guys, please. I know I keep hammering this, but share the show, share the link for the GoFundMe. Let's grow that bitch. Let's get to $20,000. I firmly believe we could get there. Like, there's no doubt in my mind, but we need you guys to help out. I could do so much as posting every day. Austin can too. Salim can too. But if you guys really want to help, sharing is the best way. Because you might not be able to donate right now, but somebody else can, or maybe somebody looks at the YouTube, sees the video, sees the cause, and they donate $5. That goes a long way, man. So please share the show. With that said, man, do you have anything to add on?
Thank you to those who's donated. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We're almost halfway towards our goal. We have big ambitions to make this the greatest event to end the year off. And just please share, like we said, just keep sharing. And if you can't donate, please just send it to family members, send it to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And we hope to see you guys out during the event.
Yeah.
Details coming soon.
Yep. We're in that plan right now. But yeah, guys, again, I do want to appreciate everybody that's helped, shared, or is planning on helping. It will go a long way, and we'll grow this one big time. This is just year one. Next year, it's gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger each year following that. So with that said, guys, thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting us. And see you guys next week.
Have a good one, guys.